I think we're working. I think we're going. Yes, really apologize. Let's try and join the lobby back. Hopefully we can. Really sorry for that. We're just going to try and jump in. Just lost connection to everything. Apologies. I think that was my internet. Really sorry for that. I'm not sure what we've missed. Okay, right. We're back. Right, okay. Have we missed much? I don't think so. So, there's a bit of a glitch going on, though. Oh, there we go. Right, I don't think we missed anything. Mike is then in P12. Is Mike pitted? Oh, there's a front wing damage. I think Mike's pitted. Yeah, so Mike's pitted then. That's all we've missed. The fact that Mike is pitted. He has nobody else has, though. So Mike has decided to pit early. He's on supers going to the end now. Oh! So the OGR1 and Johnny then in a battle here. Who's going to get it then? OGR1 takes a look, but good defending from Johnny. And all that's John in the Mercedes getting very, very close to him there. Down the inside will go John. No, he won't. Sorry, the OGR1. Johnny seems slow. Yeah, Johnny's on old tyres. Remember that. So Johnny is going to be a lot slow at the moment. So you can see that's why the OGR1 is right on the back of him. Right outside as Johnny pits. Apologies, everyone. John Tickling pitting again. Johnny then feeds into the pits. Let's see where he comes out in relation to Mike. Yep, super softs for him then. Where does he come out in relation to Mike? There's Mike, who sets a fastest lap of the race. There's Johnny. Mike zooms past him. So Mike stays ahead of Johnny. Manny ducks in fourth. That's where Mike is realistically neck, because everyone else is going to have to pit in 4 or 5 laps time. We should just see where the Falcon... Let's see what fuel mixture he's in. He's in standard. I'm just going to see if he's... There's plenty of fuel left. Let's see what kind of fuel Mike has left, actually. Yeah, he's in standard. Mike seems to be sort of chilling about. Everyone seems to have positive fuel, which is good. Massive battle going on here for P4, really, isn't it? It's Mally Duck down. Mally Duck, of course, running out, well, kind of running out of tyres, pretty much, and then yeah, that's why. So he's now being hunted down by the likes of GOGR1, John, KB Killer, Francis Jessica, and then George Alex will probably join the fight shortly. He's 12 seconds behind Lakita, who's managed to get back to P3. Falcon has had 12 seconds advantage. So this is the main track battle at the moment. Mike will join that in a long time, but he will join it. Everyone else still has to pit, and that's Francis Jessica and KB Killer, the two Renaults swatching positions, I think. And that is Nico Hulkenberg's car, and that's Francis Killer. We may have missed some penalties. I don't think we have. We'll just go in the race thread and check the main guys if they've got any penalties. Oh, 2 warning for Falcon. He's going to be careful. Zalon, we know, has a penalty. Yep. The Key 2 has a penalty. Didn't know that. Malidak, does he have a penalty? That could be pretty crucial. He doesn't. Does Mike have a penalty? Not a single warning for Mike. Very well done. That's very good for Mike. Guys, if you just joined the stream, I know this is the second part. Go over to the first part. It's a video on the channel. Go like that stream and also like this stream as well. As Mally Duck then heads into the pits. Yes, he does. And he's going to be going for Ultras then. Maybe a little bit early for Ultras. But anyway, let's see where he comes out in relation to Mike. Mike is going around the final corner then. It's going to be so close. Mike, remember, had to change his front wing. There is Mike then, going past at quite a high speed. Mike is going to get him. So Mike has worked out perfectly. Hasn't really lost anything on those supers. And he is now moving up into P9. And Johnny and Mally Duck side by side. Here we go. Mally Duck's going to go to the inside. Can he go to the inside? No, he can't. Johnny defends well. And Johnny maintains P10. Just realised we're in game chat as well. So apologies for everyone in game chat. You're going to have to deal with me for now. Right, so KB Killer and Jessica, they are having an absolute ding-dong battle in P6 and P7 currently. Of course, I thought they switched positions, but no, the Renault's just fighting like hell. So now Mali Duck is pitted. You can see gaps are starting to separate now between these guys. Johnny then and Mali Duck, that's probably the biggest battle we've got going on. ERL veterans pretty much battling here. Johnny hasn't been involved in every single ERL season. Mali Duck was quite a crucial player in Season 1 and in Season 2, so he's definitely been here for a long time. This should be a good battle between these two drivers. Mali Duck and Johnny had a bit of an incident at the start of the race as well. We'll be talking to Mike and Johnny, the stewards team, afterwards, along with our podium sitters, to talk about what happened at Turn 1 and also why Falcon hasn't been penalised. Yeah, the stewards even admitted that Falcon was at wrong and he hasn't penalised, but we'll talk about that after the race. So, Johnny then is just going to focus his attention to defending from Mali Duck. Mali Duck is, well, they're on the same, well, Johnny's tyres are a lap older, but is that really going to play effect? Remember, Mali Duck is on Ultras though. Yeah, that's interesting. So Johnny will try and hold him up as long as possible. One, to allow Mike to zoom off into the distance. And two, because then eventually he'll feel that in like, 8, 9, in 6, 7 laps time, Mali Duck's tyres will just wear off. I'm not sure if Mali Duck can get those to the end. Yeah, he'll do well, won't he, to get those to the end. Oh, and they're so close, aren't they? I'm going to go on board then with Mali Duck. They're side by side. Who's going to get it then? Mali Duck and Johnny. Mali Duck gets Johnny. What a move. And that's someone. Who was that? Oh, that's Mike. Mike making another error. For goodness sake, Mike. Making another error at that corner. And he's gone wide again. And he's lost even more time. Deary miss. Not really going to affect him because he still realistically should get P4 from the pit stops. But now he's in threat by Mali Duck, who's on a quicker compound. He's under threat from Mali Duck. So another mistake from Mike. What was Falcon's penalty for back here? He didn't get a penalty, but he pretty much put George Alice in the wall. So we're trying to work out why he wasn't penalised. It's a shame we've lost loads of viewers, guys. If you are on the stream, I really do appreciate it. Make sure you like this and go back and watch part 1 as well, and hit a like on that stream. Really appreciate it. So John Digweed's finally left the session after I just need my desk after about 5 or 6 pit stops. Oh, yellow's in sector 1. Oh, and Funky Cobra's on he's on the gravel. Funky Cobra is round, and he's had enough, and he's going to retire from the session. Unlucky Funky Cobra. He had a good race so far. Danny in P13. Johnny and Mali Duck are still battling, so Mali Duck hasn't pulled away then. Johnny is in fact on the back of him there. Slipstream then on the Red Bull for the Ferrari driver. What can he do here? He'll be looking to go up the inside. He's probably a little bit too far back on this occasion, but remember he's got the DRS straight coming up next. He'll want to try and focus Manny's attention onto himself so Mike can pull away again after Mike's mistake once again. DRS now wide open for Johnny. What can he do then? Is he a little bit too far back on this occasion? He is. Mali Duck will have better grip, but as the laps develop, you think Johnny might come back into it as Mali Duck tyres will probably drop off a little bit. Yep, probably so. So Mike's in a world of his own. Is he going to catch George Alice? George Alice is on the back of Francis Jessica, who's on the back of KB Killer. Those two Renaults have had an absolute stunning battle. Be interesting to see if and when the soft runners pit. Yeah, I'd be surprised if they didn't, to be fair. I'm expecting another round of pit stops, and so will Mike be hoping, and Mali Duck and Johnny. Otherwise, they're going to finish 9th and 10th and 11th. So they all want, respectively, they will want these guys to pit so they can gain some time. Yeah, not sure. You can see that's a PB coming in there from Francis Jessica, which is pretty incredible on those kind of tyres. Nikita's also in a world of his own. So is Zarlan, who jumped Nikita in the last round of pit stops. Ted. Let's go to Ted then, our imaginary Ted. So, yeah, Falcon, he's got about a 15-second gap. And he might want to think about maybe pitting for safety. Yeah? Maybe, though, I'm not sure. If he... I don't know, if he perhaps... He'll have to probably extend the gap a little bit more. But apart from that, I think he's okay. I think as long as he, even if he does, he'll come out just behind Zardan, but he'll probably catch Zardan back up. So, yeah, interesting. We'll be interested to see whether Francis Jessica gets a penalty. That is going to hurt him when at the end of the race, because look how close those three are in a battle. So, you know what? We had an epic start to this race, but apart from that, Falcon's kind of run away with it. Zarlan jumped Lakita in the pits, and we've had a few midfield battles, and Mike trying to make his way through and making a few errors. Johnny's still on the back of Mallyduck. That's good for him, because Mallyduck's tyres... Oh, Johnny hits Mallyduck. Johnny's in Mallyduck, and there's a half spin. Nothing has happened. Mitchell, don't worry, I haven't missed anything. Yeah, wow, nothing. Johnny just hit him and half spin then. I was about to say that Johnny's done well to keep up with Mallyduck, and it should help him because Mallyduck's tyres are starting to go off. So, yeah, that'll be helpful for him. But no, now he'll have to gain back up again. Is Mike catching George Alice? Yes, he is. Nobody's pitting. This isn't good for Mike, is it? Yeah, no, it isn't. That means Falcon will comfortably take it at the moment. Falcon will take, what was he, 25, 23. I'll take a 13-point lead in the World Championship with Falcon. And he's 10 points behind. They'll be very successful, very after what happened in Baku last week. Mike's still setting PBs, though. And he is catching George Alice very quickly. And as I said, once he catches George Alice, he's got that massive train of cars to catch. And then he can get his head down and probably get up to P6 maybe. Yeah, he's going to run out of laps though, I think, by the time he gets to that kind of position. Probably P7 maybe. Remember, Francis Jessica does have a penalty. So that will help him a little bit. Remember, guys, start to think about some questions for the end of the race so we can talk to our podium sitters. Yeah. So then, Mike has caught right at the back of George Alice then in the past lap or so. He is going to run out of time. I don't think anyone's going to do a pit stop. So for him, this is what he needs. He needs to overtake them net because they're not going to pit. Very surprising one stop from all these drivers. Yeah, I think that's right. They pitted very, very early. George Alice has just got a penalty, so that means Mike is ahead of him then. Mike's going to switch to the outside. I don't think George Alice is going to fight it too hard, or maybe he will. Down the inside goes George Alice, and he goes up the inside of Jessica. Francis Jessica, what a move. Mike tries to capitalise, and he does. Mike gets both of them and capitalises on both George Alice and Francis Jessica's mistake. Man, oh man, and Mike's having a P7 and hunting down 6th. So they basically cost each other there, did George Alice and Francis Jessica, because Mike's been able to pick up their scraps and has moved up to P7. I think it was inevitable he was going to get them anyway, but now he's just made it easier and giving Mike even more chance to catch KB Killer, which is Francis Jessica's teammate, in P6. Yeah, he might, after he catches KB Killer, he then could catch John and get P5. So it's not over. It's the top 5 position for Mike. He has made way too many mistakes. It's been the polar opposite. It's been an easy drive for Falcon this time out compared to Mike last weekend. This weekend, of course, last weekend Falcon was struggling. This weekend, Mike is struggling. Falcon might want to pit for security then, because he's got the time to, so he might want to do that. We might keep an eye on that. Also help make things interesting. John then and KB Killer go side by side. That's only going to help Mike catch up, and it has. Mike is right on the back, and he'll probably have DRS now. Not quite, but he's right on the back. Lovely helicopter cam, then round the outside goes KB Killer. Round the outside, John can't do much to defend, and it's a great move, and they come so close. That's going to allow Mike then to go pounce right on the back of John, who's got the alien symbol then. So Mike then is right on the back of John already. P5 is on the cards. Apologies for that for Mike. Yeah, it'll be a good comeback, even though he has made plenty of mistakes on his own accord. So good run here from Mike. He can get John into this tricky sector. John has let him through. He's done that in previous races. So John lets Mike through. Maybe he thinks if I follow Mike and Mike holds up to KB Killer and I don't lose too much time battling Mike, I can get KB Killer back. So Mike then is already within a slipstream of KB Killer. Is he going to go for a move, or is he going to be sensible? He's going to be sensible, brake early and get a nice run up this straight and then overtake him into turn 2 or turn 3, whatever you prefer. So then he's got to get a good run there. Right on the back then is Mike. Slipstream, no DRS, of course. Mike takes it to the inside. Down the inside goes Mike into turn 3. KB Killer defends well, but now it's going to be DRS for Mike. DRS then for Mike. It won't last long, I don't think. Will KB Killer in P5. John's going to be careful. He's losing Mike, and also he's got cars behind him. Mike gets down the inside, but thinks better of it. He realises he's not going to catch P4. He might as well be safe and at least get P5, but he's only got just over 2 laps to do it. Yeah, 2.5. I think he's on fresher tyres. He's probably a little bit of a quicker driver as well, and has got good racecraft. But don't put him against it to put him in P5. That will mean then that it'll be level pegging in the championship. If Mike gets P5, he'll get 10 points. And sorry, Falcon will take a 5-point lead. So defence well as KB Killer. How hard is KB Killer going to defend? Mike makes it easy work. Down the inside for Mike. And although KB Killer comes back at him though, but Mike has the DRS then heading into turn 1. Who's going to get there first? KB Killer has good straight line speed. KB Killer defends the inside line well. Good attacking move from KB Killer. Mike loses the back end a little bit. We're on the penultimate lap now. No, we're not. Sorry, we're still on lap 34. Mike gets KB Killer at the inside. It's going to be an inside line for Mike. Down the inside for Mike. And it's too easy for him. But KB Killer's going to stick his nose in. But Mike, you think will get DRS. He doesn't. KB Killer gets it. So it's not over yet. With DRS, KB Killer, though, could still get him. No, he's too far back, isn't he? So Mike, oh, he's gone for it. No, he hasn't. Whoa. Try to throw Mike off guard. He's Season 1 ERL World Champion. I don't think he'll throw him off guard. Very well done for Mike. That means puts him in P5. That then means, because he has a 10-point lead at the moment, Falcon scoring 25 points, Mike scoring 10. Falcon will take a 5-point lead in the World Championship. The first time he's leading the World Championship since Australia. That will be for Falcon. Leveled it up in Canada, of course. Did pretty poor in Baku, but that will make it 5-4 in the wins department to Falcon after round 9. Then we head to Falcon's home race in Britain next time. And now Francis Jessica and John are side by side. Round the outside they come together. And oh dearie me, Francis Jessica just gets ahead. KB Killer's just got a penalty anyway, so that doesn't matter. But look, it's like 4 wide here. Manny Duck's trying to get involved on the action now. Here he goes on the inside. Oh, it's so close. Francis Jessica defends well, and that's KB Killer. No, it's not. George Alice gets forced wide. Oh dear me then. So John then, it's a great battle here for P6 the P7. Francis Jessica has it. Mally Duck takes a look. Oh, down the inside of John, but he can't quite get it. So Falcon then has started his final lap. Our leader of this race has been pretty easy for him all race. And yeah, okay, so this is a 5-way battle for P7. Yeah, this is going to be great. Francis Jessica makes a little bit of a mistake then. That can be capitalised on by John. On board with John, but he's a little bit too far back. But he might get something here on this straight. Runs wide. That's tyre wear. Manny Duck on fresh ultra soft. Can he get good grip out of here? He can. Now DRS wide open for Manny Duck. He's going to have to do well here to get John. Rely on straight line speed. He knows he's got better traction. Round the outside now. Goes on, Francis Jessica's run wide again. Manny Duck then, can he get back in the slipstream of John? And we're going to have to go on board a second with this man, because it's been an easy race for him. Round the final corner, and ERL Falcon takes the win in Austria. It's an absolutely stellar drive from him as Manny Duck has taken John. Unfortunately, I can't change drivers, but it's an absolute stellar drive from ERL Falcon in the Force India. And he takes the lead of the Drivers' Championship, I think, unless the OGR1 has, well, even if he does, he will still take the lead by at least 3 points. And then if Akitu has a further penalty, but I don't think he's going to have 15-18 seconds worth of penalties. Zarlin comes home in second, Lakitu in third, the OGR1 in fourth. Man, oh man. Mike comes home in fifth. So yes, Falcon then takes a 5-point lead in the championship. The first time since Australia does he lead the championship. Manny Duck comes home in sixth. John in seventh. Johnny grabs eighth because of penalties. And we'll just grab into the party now then with our winners. And Pony said we're going to go in there now. And we're going to ask them a few questions. Get your questions ready, guys, for Falcon, Mike, Zarlin, Johnny as well. We'll also ask them some questions. And we will also ask the stewards why Falcon wasn't penalised and what happened in turn 1 as well.
Oh dear.
Hello, Johnny.
Hello.
What happened to you?
Hello.
Hello, darling. Well done on P2.
Mally
Thank
Duck,
you.
I believe, had a line spike in the braking zone to turn 1 and just sent me straight into the back of Mike, and I had damage.
Right, okay. So your race just went down here. You still managed to get P7 though, or 8, whatever it was.
Yeah, I'll take P8 considering I had no front wing and had to change my strategy from a 1 to a 2 stop.
Nikita, if you want to join the interviews, you can. You are on the podium, so you're fully welcome to. Johnny, or whoever's the party host, will invite you now. So, yeah, you can join if you wish to. Will Falcon make the comeback just like Hamilton, and will Ferrari lose the Drivers' Championship just like real life? Very early doors to predict something like that, Mitchell. Does Nikita think it was a deserved podium after Baku? We'll ask him when he gets in here. Falcon, anyone? Mike? Falcon, Mike, anyone in here? Hello, Mike. Falcon, hello, we'll talk to you then, you're the race winner. Mike, Falcon, sorry, a stellar drive from you. Very well done. You had a good start into turn 1. Got a bit of luck with your championship rival, of course, going off at turn 1. He had to work his way through, but very well done. You take a 5-point lead now in the Drivers' Championship. Are you? I thought... Where did you finish last week?
Because of the penalty.
You got a penalty? Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, well, there you go. We was going to ask you if Falcon got a penalty or not, so there you go. So you got a penalty then, okay. So 6 for you, so you're now 2 points behind. Okay, but that's better than nothing, so you're right back in this championship. This championship fight is getting closer. You've got 5 wins to Mike's 4. How was that race for you? Because, of course, you took him in turn 1. It was pretty easy for you there on in, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't really have asked for more. Qualifying was interesting, but I managed to just bring it home safely in P2. Got a good start, got past Mike. Mike had some, I think he had some issues with the setup, so he was spinning quite a lot.
Yeah.
When I pit, I just had to negotiate a few of the guys, and I just made sure I didn't get a penalty, which luckily I didn't. And
yeah, well done for that.
Also, I'd just like to apologise for my actions in Baku to people on the stream. I don't know what happened, I just went a bit mad, but I'm sure it won't happen again, and
a few questions about that. We'll actually come back to you afterwards, but one more question now for you. Do you think this performance this weekend has almost put a new name on you after what happened in Baku? Obviously, a lot of criticism going towards you, but you've gone out there today and you've really proved yourself. You've drove well, you kept your head, so well done to you. Do you think it's going to help you, it's going to build your confidence heading in to your home race next week?
Well, I suppose it boosts my confidence a bit, but I know that if Mike was there, I probably would have had a much harder job. But yeah, I mean, nothing can. I think Baku race is going to stay in the championship when whatever the ending is. So it's still
very well done to you, Mike. Moving on to you. Zarlan, you in the party? Zarlan, in the party, aren't you? Yes. So Zarlan, you finished P2. Is that that's your first race back in ERL F1? Very well done to you. You managed to get Nikita in the pit stops, so I guess you undercut him, and you obviously cleared that train very quickly, and then obviously he got caught up in the traffic. I guess that's what happened to you there. So very well done on P2, an exceptional drive, of course. Same for you, really, wasn't it? Nothing really happened in that race, was it? Did it?
Yeah, it was just a fight with my tires. Honestly, I didn't know that Nikita had 1 penalty, so I pushed at the end, but now it was useless, but still, it was a good race for me. It's exactly what I wanted on my debut, so yeah.
Very, very well done, and welcome back. Nikita's not in yet, so we're going to talk to Mike. Yep. Mike, so very interesting race for you, obviously, the incidents at turn 1, with obviously pretty much Mally ramming his back of Johnny, and almost caused like a domino effect into you. And then you had to fight your way back. You had a few spins during the race as well. Any reasons why that was the case today?
Didn't practice much on the racecraft, so I didn't know the setup was that unstable on the race. I had 11 ballast, which didn't help at all. So yeah. Anyway, I did everything I could, and P5 is not too bad. Still in the lead, so yeah.
Yeah, very well done. We'll come back to you, talk about the championship, sorry, because we've got Nikita in the party. P3 for you today. I guess you're a little bit disappointed what happened at the pit stop phase, of course, with Zarlan jumping you. Is it just because you got caught up in that little bit of traffic? Is that why you lost P2 today? Oh, did you? Wow. Yep. Alright, well, I must say, I mean, you've definitely had the pace over the past few weeks. You've just been a bit unlucky in the race, so a thoroughly deserved podium for you, I think. Obviously, I think this is going to boost your confidence. You feel confident now with a podium now going into Britain next week? Yep. Yep. Very, very well done. So let's focus now onto our two championship rivals, our two championship contenders. Falcon, I want to talk to you about this. So obviously Baku is going to stick in your mind. Obviously, it's going to be a key contender for the championship.
Yeah.
2 points in it now. What are your? Do you still believe now, as much as you did in Australia, that you could win this championship?
Well, we're only 9. We've only finished 9 rounds. We're not even halfway through. Anyone can win it technically.
Yeah.
Now, but obviously, it's most probably myself and Mike. But I suppose, yeah, it's the same as Australia. Maybe a bit better because I've had a much better season than I ever have in ERL. I mean, in the first 3 races, I scored more wins than in 2 seasons. So,
yeah.
I've got the most wins, but Baku certainly hit my confidence because I knew that was just obviously not good. But I knew that I'm not always like that, and I can push on and not always be that obviously dirty. Yeah, I think I can still win. Mike can still win. So
we were talking about it in the stream. You're almost like a Vettel. You have the pace, but it's been 2 or 3 races this season where you've just lost your head. So just want to make sure that you are aware of your weaknesses, and you're working. Are you working on fixing that? Because it could cost you the World Championship.
It could, and I know obviously Baku was not on, but I know I'm not like that. So I know I can, not be like that every race, and hopefully as races go by I can start working on things like that.
Good. Mike, then, another question to you. So obviously you're 2 points ahead of Falcon. You two have had some epic battles this year. Are you aware of Falcon's weakness? You obviously know what happened in Baku. He's obviously as proud to see that he'll probably be your championship rival. Are you enjoying the battles you're having with him? And do you think when he obviously what happened in Baku, do you think that favours you, or what?
Well, definitely I know some of his weaknesses, and I have some weaknesses as well. And both always try and do our best, and we've had some, as you said, very good battles on track. And Baku, as any driver, it hurt his confidence, but he came back very strong here in Austria. He won the race, and that's how it goes. There's only one win.
Yeah, very well done, you two. Very well done, Nikita and Zarlan as well for your podium today. We look forward to the rest of the season. We'll see you next week in Britain, round number 10, Falcons home race. It's 2 points to separate the two championship contenders. We'll see you next time out for hopefully yet another spectacular race in ERL in Britain. Goodbye.